The book I did my CPT on is The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. The reason I chose this book is because Timothy Ferriss claims that you can escape the 9 to 5 and be able to work from any disclosed location around the world and only have to work 4 hours a week to make a livable wage. About the author. Tim Ferriss grew up in East Hampton, New York. He graduated from St. Paul's School in New Hampshire. He also attended Princeton University and studied A.B. in East Asian Studies. After graduating from Princeton, he worked at a sales data storage company. In 2001, Ferriss founded his company called BrainQuicken. His company is an internet-based nutrition supplements business. While still employed at his prior job, he sold this company to a London-based private equity firm in 2010. The 4-Hour Workweek is based on this period of his life. Tim Ferriss has also appeared in different podcasts, The Tim Ferriss Show. This podcast covers topics ranging from personal and characteristic development to morning routines and meditation habits of celebrities, CEOs, and sports people. Tim Ferriss is also known as an avid investor and invests in a bunch of new startups. Tim Ferriss has 5 books. The 5 books that Tim Ferriss has written is The 4-Hour Workweek, The 4-Hour Body, The 4-Hour Chef, Tools of the Titan, and Tribe of the Mentors. He's also appeared in different types of television series. Tim Ferriss has been a successful businessman, but he also has many different accomplishments. One of his accomplishments is he is a Princeton University guest lecturer in high-tech entrepreneurship. He was the first American in history to hold a Guinness World Record in tango. He's an advisor to more than 30 world record holders in professional and Olympic sports. He's known as Wired's magazine's greatest self-promoter of 2008. He's a national Chinese kickboxing champion. He's also known as a horseback archer in Nikko, Japan. He's also a political asylum researcher and activist. And he's also an MTV breakdancer in Taiwan. And he has many different other accomplishments. According to Tim Ferriss, people don't want to be millionaires. They want to experience what they believe only millions can buy. $1 million in the bank isn't a fantasy. The fantasy is the lifestyle of the complete freedom it's supposed to allow. The question is then asked, how can someone achieve the millionaire lifestyle of complete freedom without first having $1 million? What is a deal? DEAL is an acronym that Tim Ferriss made up that is a step-by-step process that you can use to reinvent yourself. D for definition. Definition turns misguided common sense upside down and introduces the rules and objectives of the new game. Who are the new rich and how do they operate? E is for elimination. Elimination kills the obsolete notion of time management once and for all. It shows you exactly how to turn a 12-hour day into a 2-hour day and increase your per hour results 10 times or more. A for automation. Automation puts cash flow on autopilot using geographic arbitrage, outsourcing, and rules of non-decision. This will provide the second part of luxury lifestyle design, income. L for liberation. Liberation is a mobile manifesto globally inclined. The concept of mini retirements and liberation is not about cheap travel. It's about forever breaking the bonds that confine you to a single location. That delivers the third part of luxury lifestyle, mobility. What are the main differences between the new rich and the deferreds? The deferreds will work for themselves, opposed to the new rich, which will have others work for them. The deferreds will work when they want to, opposed to the new rich, to do the minimalistic necessary work for the maximum output. The deferreds want to retire early and young, while the new rich want to experience recovery periods and adventures, which are called mini retirements, throughout life on a regular basis. Inactivity is not the goal. Doing things that excite you is. Deferreds want to buy all the things that they want to have, opposed to the new rich who do all the things that you want to do and be all the things that you want to be. Deferreds want to be the boss instead of being the employee. They want to be in charge. While the new rich would rather neither be the boss nor the employee, but they'd rather be the owner of the company or business that is at hand. According to Tim Ferriss, there is a big difference between being effective versus being efficient. Effectiveness is doing the things that get you closer to your goals. Efficiency is performing a given task in the most economical manner possible. Most people are efficient without being effective. An example is a person who checks 30 emails per day has techniques for ensuring that each of those 30 emails is dealt with quickly and put into the proper folders. This is an example of a person that is efficient but not effective. Doing something unimportantly well does not make it important. Requiring a lot of time does not make your task important. What you do more important than how you do it. Efficiency is more important, but it is useless unless you apply it to the right things. Tim Ferriss referred to Parkinson's Law in his book as a way to use less time on a task and get a higher quality of product. Parkinson's Law dictates that the task will swell perceived importance and complexity in relation to the time allotted for its completion. It is a magic of the imminent deadline. If I give you 24 hours to complete a project, the time pressure forces you to focus on execution. You have no choice but to do the bare minimum of essentials. If I give you a week to complete a task, it's 6 days of making a mountain out of a molehill. God forbid, if I give you 2 months, it becomes a mental monster. The end product of the shorter deadline is almost inevitable to equal or higher quality due to greater focus on the product. According to Tim Ferriss, a not-to-do list is very important when in a workplace. Not-to-do lists are often more effective than to-do lists for upgrading performance. The reason is simple. What you don't do determines what you can do. Number 1, do not answer calls from unrecognized phone numbers. Number 2, do not email anything in the morning or last thing at night. Number 3, do not agree to meetings or calls with no clear agenda or end time. Number 4, do not let people ramble. Number 5, do not check emails constantly. Batch and check the emails at set times only. Number 6, do not over-communicate with low-profit, high-maintenance customers. Number 7, do not work to fix overwhelmingness, prioritize. Number 8, do not carry a cell phone 24/7, which I can agree is probably the biggest distraction between anyone. Here are some of Ferriss's main ideas on work and life. And here are his quotes. True freedom is much more than having enough income and time to do what you want to. It is quite possible, actually the rule rather than the expectation, to have financial and time freedom but still be caught in the throes of the rat race. Life does not have to be so damn hard. It really doesn't. Most people, past their self-included, have spent too much time convincing themselves that life has to be hard. A resignation to the 9-to-5 drudgery in exchange for sometimes relaxing weekends on occasion, keep it short or get it fired vacation. The new rich, or the NR, are those who abandon the deferred life plan and create luxury lifestyles in the present using currency of the new rich, time and mobility. $1 million in the bank isn't a fantasy. The fantasy is a lifestyle of complete freedom it's supposed to allow. The questions then ask how to achieve a millionaire lifestyle, complete freedom, without having $1 million. I believe that The 4-Hour Workweek is the best book for anyone with an entrepreneurial spirit, who is hardworking and understands the value of time. There is no need to work 7 days a week chasing useless dreams. Make the most of your time you have, and you will have more free time to live your best life. Time is money, and time is freedom. Read the book and you might just quit your day job thereafter. You can make more money spending less time working. Thanks for my presentation.